Picture yourself at the base of your own staircase. You glance up, and what once felt like 10 easy steps now looks like a mountain. Your knees hesitate, your back tenses, and a voice inside says, "Not today." For many of us past 60, stairs have quietly turned into an enemy we never saw coming. And yet, nobody warned us that the challenge isn't just age, it's hidden patterns inside our own muscles. A few years ago, I met George, a retired school principal from Ohio. At 68, George was tough, sharp, and used to walking the school halls daily without thinking. But when I first visited his home, he confessed something with embarrassment. "Doctor," he whispered, "I avoid my upstairs bedroom. I sleep in the recliner because stairs feel impossible." That admission broke him more than the pain in his knees. You see, stairs are not just steps. They are freedom. They are independence. They mean you can visit a friend's porch, carry groceries inside, or climb into the bleachers at your granddaughter's soccer game. Losing stairs is like losing part of your life. What shocked George and what may shock you is this: it isn't weakness that steals your stairs. It isn't laziness either. It is the quiet disappearance of 5 forgotten movement patterns. Patterns your body once used effortlessly, but gradually shut down as you aged. Research in 2023 confirmed what I've seen in decades of practice. More than 70% of people over 60 avoid stairs not because their legs are gone, but because their coordination has faded. That means the right muscles are not firing in the right order. It's like trying to play a piano with half the keys muted. The good news: George got his stairs back. In just 8 weeks, using 5 very simple exercises, he was not only sleeping upstairs again, he was bounding up steps to watch his grandson play basketball. And he did it without expensive machines, without a trainer, and without a single trip to the gym. He simply rebuilt those forgotten patterns in minutes a day. This video is about that exact journey. It is about how you can reclaim your freedom, your strength, and your independence, even if you feel like stairs have betrayed you. And let me promise you this: what I'm about to share is not another empty fitness fad. It is science, it is proven, and it works specifically for people over 60, because that's who the research was done on. So let me ask you directly, when was the last time you climbed stairs without thinking? Do you remember the year? Do you remember how easy it felt? What if you could get that feeling back? Stay with me, because by the end of this, you will know the 5 exact movements that transformed George and hundreds of others just like him. And when you see how small these steps are, you'll realize you can start right now in your own living room. Move 1. The wall sit hold. The first forgotten pattern lives in your thighs, not the flashy muscles that push weight at the gym. I'm talking about the deep, steady strength that holds you in place when you pause mid-step on a stair. I once worked with Linda, a 71-year-old retired nurse. She wasn't weak, she could carry heavy bags of groceries, but every time she climbed stairs, she felt her legs quiver halfway up. That shaking was her thighs crying out for endurance, not just strength. The wall sit hold restored her confidence. Now, don't imagine some brutal squat routine. This is different. It's about teaching your thighs to hold the way they naturally must when you're between steps. Here's how it works in practice. Stand with your back against a wall. Walk your feet forward about 2 feet. Slide down gently until your knees form a right angle. Now, just hold. Breathe. Feel your thighs working not in bursts, but in stillness. Why does this matter? Because real stairs demand endurance in frozen positions. Research from the University of Michigan proved that just 90 seconds of wall sits a day made stair climbing 34% faster after 6 weeks. That's not theory. That's a tested result. Linda started at just 15 seconds. The first day, her legs trembled, but each week she added 5 seconds. By week 6, she reached 90 seconds without collapse. Her words to me were unforgettable. "Doctor, the stairs don't scare me anymore. And the best part, you don't need equipment. You don't need space. You can even do it while watching TV. It's private, it's simple, and it works. I know what some of you might think: my knees can't bend that far. That's okay. You start higher. The key is not how low you go, but how steady you hold. Even a shallow bend trains the right muscles. This is the first building block. Wall sit hold gives you back the quiet endurance that stairs demand. It's the difference between wobbling halfway up or gliding with confidence. So ask yourself, what would change if you could hold steady again? What errands would you run without hesitation? What parts of your house would you reclaim? Linda reclaimed her upstairs sewing room. George reclaimed his bedroom. And for you, it might be something even more personal. This is the beginning. One simple hold. A pause that rewires your thighs. And it is only the first step toward taking your stairs back. Move 2. The step downs. Now, let's flip the problem upside down. Most people think climbing up is the hardest part, but science says the bigger danger is going down. Think of a friend you've seen grip the railing, inching down one stair at a time. It isn't because they can't lift their body. It's because their muscles have forgotten how to control the descent, and controlling down is 3 times harder than going up. That's where step downs come in. I met Walter, a 65-year-old Vietnam veteran who told me I can haul myself up, but coming down scares me. I feel like I'll fall. What Walter lacked was eccentric strength, the ability of muscles to lengthen under control. Here's how we trained him. We used a single step, just 6 inches high. He stood tall, shifted weight onto one leg, and slowly lowered the other foot toward the ground. Not fast, not clumsy. Slow 3 seconds down, the floor was barely touched, then he rose back up. That slow control is magic. It's exactly what protects you when you descend real stairs. And research from Harvard in 2023 showed it improved stair confidence by 45%. Walter began shaky. His knee wobbled like a baby learning balance. But within 3 weeks, his control doubled. And the first time he went down his home staircase without grabbing the rail, his wife cried. She said, "I got my husband back." Step downs are not about building muscle bulk. They're about retraining your body to trust itself. Every slow descent is a signal to your brain. I can handle this. If you try this at home, remember one thing. Keep your chest up. Keep your eyes forward. Don't stare at your feet. Looking down increases the risk of imbalance. Train your body to move as if you're confident even before you are. Do 8 reps per leg, rest, repeat, and watch your stability grow week by week. Think about what this unlocks. Confidence to carry laundry down. Confidence to walk down stadium bleachers. Confidence to step into your basement workshop again. For Walter, the basement was his prize. He hadn't worked on his wood projects in 2 years because he feared the stairs. After 2 months of step downs, he built a birdhouse again. He sent me a picture of it, bright red, perched in his garden. That little birdhouse was his victory. So I ask you, what's your birdhouse? What small joy waits at the bottom of your stairs? Step downs might be your path back to it. Move 3. The hip abduction. Balance is the invisible key to stairs. Without balance, every step feels shaky. And the secret guardians of balance live in your hips. Let me introduce you to Marjorie. She's 74, a retired librarian, sharp as a tack. But when she stepped on stairs, her body swayed side to side. She grabbed rails, even walls, because her hips no longer kept her steady. That weakness hides in the hip abductors, the side muscles that stabilize every shift of weight. Most people ignore them. Even gyms rarely train them. But research shows they are the #1 predictor of stair confidence. We taught Marjorie a simple movement, standing hip abduction. Feet together, hand on a chair for support. She shifted weight onto her left leg, then slowly lifted the right leg sideways, just a foot off the ground. No swinging, no leaning, controlled, steady, with a pause at the top. At first, she laughed nervously, she wobbled. Her standing leg trembled more than the moving one. That's the hidden secret. Your support leg works hardest. Day by day, her balance improved. She went from 10 reps per side to 15, then added a light resistance band. By week 6, she no longer reached for rails. Her words, "Doctor, I feel young on stairs again. Why does this work so powerfully? Because balance is not willpower, it's muscle memory. Your brain must trust your hips to hold you steady. When those muscles are trained, fear vanishes." A 2024 study from Northwestern tracked 1,500 adults. Those with strong hip abductors were 71% less likely to cling to rails. That's the science behind Marjorie's transformation. And you can do this daily, in minutes, while waiting for your coffee, while the news plays. Small, consistent practice rewires your nervous system faster than heavy workouts. Imagine the doors this opens. Walking stairs without fear of wobble, crossing uneven sidewalks without stumbling. Even dancing again at your granddaughter's wedding without holding back. Marjorie told me her dream was simple. She wanted to walk to the attic and bring down her old family photo albums. She hadn't dared to in years. The day she did, she sent me a picture of herself smiling on the attic steps, holding that dusty album. That moment mattered more than any statistic. So let me ask you, what memories wait in your attic, your basement, or your upstairs room? What if a 2-minute hip exercise could give them back to you? This is not about fitness, it's about freedom. It's about memory. It's about reclaiming pieces of your life you thought were gone. Standing hip abduction may look small, but for seniors, it is mighty. And when you feel the difference in your hips, you'll know balance is not lost, it's waiting to be awakened. Move. 4. The sit to stand. The fourth movement is the heart of stair climbing. It's called sit to stand. And though it looks almost too simple, it mirrors the exact pattern of every stair step. Meet Harold, a 66-year-old former mechanic. He came to me frustrated, saying, "Doc, I can't climb stairs anymore. My legs just don't push me up." When I asked how many times he stood from a chair daily, he shrugged. He realized he was avoiding chairs too, preferring to stay seated longer because standing up felt like a battle. The sit-to-stand exercise changed everything. Here's how it works. Sit on a firm chair, feet planted beneath your knees. Cross your arms across your chest. Lean forward slightly, nose over toes. Then drive through your heels and stand tall. Pause. Lower back down with control. That forward lean is the secret. It shifts weight where your legs can handle it. Research from Duke University proved this movement activates stair climbing muscles 87% identically. Harold started with 8 reps. It drained him, but within 3 weeks, he reached 12 with power. And one afternoon, he told me proudly, "I went upstairs without stopping." That was his first time in 2 years. The sit-to-stand builds raw strength but also trains rhythm. Every stand is a rehearsal for your next stair climb. It rewires the timing between brain and legs, and that timing is what prevents hesitation halfway up. If you're listening now, I want you to picture it. Imagine yourself standing from a chair with ease. Now picture transferring that same energy to your staircase. That is the bridge this movement builds, and it doesn't need special gear. No gym, no trainer, just a chair in your own home. Consistency is all it asks. Harold's victory was not just stairs, it was his garage. After reclaiming his leg strength, he returned to tinkering with cars. He sent me a photo, greasy hands and all. Beaming next to his restored Chevy, that was his freedom. So I ask you, what chair's holding you back today? What chair could become your training ground tomorrow? Because sit-to-stand is more than exercise. It is rehearsal for life, and every repetition is a step toward freedom. Move 5. The heel raises. Finally, we come to the most powerful movement of all, the one that stunned even the researchers. Heel raises with holds. Your calves are your hidden stair engine. They generate nearly half the power for every upward step. But with age, They weaken faster than almost any other muscle. And when calves fade, stairs turn from challenge to impossibility. I recall Patricia, 72, a retired teacher. She told me my legs feel fine on flat ground, but stairs I stall out. Her problem wasn't thigh strength, it was calf endurance, so we trained heel raises, standing tall, feet on the edge of a step. She lifted up onto her toes, not fast, not bouncing, high as possible, then holding 3 full seconds, then slowly lowering, heels dropping below the step. That simple hold woke up her calf fibers like nothing else. Stanford researchers found it boosted stair speed by 67% in just 8 weeks. Patricia felt it in 10 days. She said, "For the first time in years, I went upstairs without gripping the rail. The hold is the key. It reprograms your power fibers. It gives you both spring and control. And when combined with the other 4 movements, it completes the stair puzzle." Patricia's triumph wasn't just about climbing. She went hiking again with her grandchildren. She sent me a video of herself laughing on a trail she thought she'd never see again. That was her freedom. Now, think about yourself. What if stairs didn't hold you back anymore? What if in 8 weeks, you moved like it was 20 years earlier? What if independence wasn't slipping away but returning? Because here's the truth. Age-related stair decline is not inevitable. It is reversible. Science has proven it, patients have lived it, and you can too. Wall sits give you endurance, step downs give you control, hip abductions give you balance, sit to stands give you strength, heel raises give you power. Together, they give you freedom. I want you to pause and ask yourself, when was the last time you took stairs without thinking? How long has it been since you felt that easy flow? And what if 8 weeks from today, you could feel it again? This is your invitation, not to chase youth, but to reclaim independence, not to run marathons, but to walk your own stairs with pride. So tell me in the comments, what's your biggest stair challenge today? Is it going up, is it coming down, or is it the fear itself? Share your story, because your words might be the one thing that helps someone else believe they're not alone. I read every comment I can, because your stories matter. And together, they build a community of people proving that 60 is not the end of freedom. It's the beginning of reclaiming it. So let's take this journey together. Your stairs are waiting. Your life is waiting. And the first step begins today.